Judge Zephrine Galeba of the High Court Musoma Division to Judge of the Court of Appeal after using Kiswahili in giving rulings of cases.
Let me use this opportunity to commend Honorable Judge Galeba for using Kiswahili to give sentence to the North Mara Gold mining against Gerald Zumbi of 2020. This one has come out publicly. He is a hero for Kiswahili. We must continue to take measures against those who bring our organs into disrepute, because the court and other organs have continued to be ethical. We, the Court of Tanzania, see ourselves as part of the National Development Compass of 2025, and in this regard, the court takes into account precautions that were highlighted when the compass was formulated in 2000 about challenges of the 21st century. As the House of Parliament, we promise to give cooperation of any kind as needed.
Residents of various parts of Dar es Salaam have continued to take precautions against the coronavirus by wearing masks, with some calling on others to continue taking precautions as directed by health experts.
Serikali kutangaza ni jambo lingine, lakini tunashuhudia mahospitalini humo tunamokwenda tunaona vitu kama hivyo vinatokea.
Despite the government announcement, we have been witnessing such cases, although they are not reported. I urge my fellow Tanzanians to take precautions because they say that the current virus is more threatening than the ones that attacked many last year. People should continue washing hands, wear masks and stop handshakes.
Nishukua tahadhari kwa sababu hali halisi ya dunia inajionyesha. Kwanza,
I am taking precautions because of the pandemic status globally. Coronavirus is killing many people with high number of infected, especially in Africa. It is important for us to take precautions and indulge in all necessary measures in order to protect ourselves and our loved ones. Of course, people are taking precautions by doing steaming, eating a lot of lemons, chilies and garlic.
The Minister of Health, Community Development, Gender, the Elderly and Children, Dorothy Gwajima, has said that to date Tanzania is safe, has no COVID infections, and that it does not plan to receive the coronavirus vaccine that is reportedly available and being used by some countries. Minister Dr. Gwajima gave the government's stance in Dodoma following reports of a second wave of COVID-19 in neighboring countries.
Kwa sasa wizara haina mpango wa kupokea.
At the moment, the ministry is not planning to receive corona vaccine believed to be in the use in other nations. It should be known that the government, through the Ministry of Health, has its procedures to follow when receiving goods of any kind.
Wizara ya Afya kupitia mkemia mkuu wa serikali.
The Ministry of Health, through the government chief chemist, has done a lot in verifying various natural medicinal products and has established that they meet safety standards for human use. Despite of how safe we are, we cannot afford not to take precaution.
Inalenga kwenye magonjwa mbalimbali yanayoambukiza, inalenga kwenye magonjwa mbalimbali yasiyoambukiza.
The Traffic Police Force has said that they will not hesitate to take legal action against drivers who plan to strike and hold protests in the country for various reasons, including poor contracts between them and their employers.
Maandamano hayo ambayo yanachochewa nchi nzima kufanyika kesho.
Protests whereby people have been incited to take part tomorrow is unlawful. We therefore urge all drivers to take part, and we want all drivers to disregard information that is being circulated, which is not well intended.
Na hazina maana, hazina lengo zuri hata kidogo.
The government has pledged to complete construction of the coronavirus testing center in Arusha within 2 weeks in order to address the problem of waiting to get test results from Dar es Salaam, a situation that has caused tourists to incur waiting costs. The statement was made in Arusha by the Minister of Natural Resources and Tourism, Dr. Damas Ndumaru, during a meeting with owners of tourism companies.
Kuomba kupatiwa angalau laboratory moja hapa Arusha kwa ajili ya COVID.
We are requesting for at least 3 laboratories in Arusha to have COVID test. There are registered cases of tourists forced to prolong their stay due to delayed COVID test results. I have granted your call. So far, we are doing evaluations on opening a center for running COVID tests and allow travelers enter and leave our country according to international guidelines. The statistics shows that 80% of tourists who visit the country never come back again, with only 20% of them comes back to Tanzania. This seminar is going to end that problem.
A farmer identified as Rashid Chambo has been found beheaded, allegedly by herders at Genda Genda village, Handeni district, Tanga region. The chairman of the Defense and Security Committee, the district commissioner of Handeni, Toba Nguvila, has removed the chairman of the Mazingara suburb, who is alleged to be involved in the murder incident, and directed legal action be taken against him.
It was claimed by the division manager that the deceased came to his residence. Then he heard noise and there was a large crowd of livestock keepers and the farmer had been murdered. People are killing each other. When you murder someone and leave with the deceased head, is not right. Culprits must be arrested. We're asking for information. The zonal chair, who in one way or another was linked to the killings, he is no longer the chairperson.
Juma Senkondo, ambaye kwa namna moja au nyingine amehusika moja kwa moja kwenye mauaji hayo.
Commuter bus drivers in 5 districts of Geita region today boycotted services to pressurize the government to remove passenger cars known as Michomoko. They allege are violating transport licenses, which include carrying passengers in the boot of the car. The situation caused Acting Geita Region Commissioner Fadhili Juma to meet with commuter bus owners and drivers, where he assured them the illegal car operators will be removed from the main bus terminal.
I've spent all the money I had. I only have 2,000 remaining. We've wasted time. I've not been able to work and nothing is working. We should be allowed to work. This matter is not easy. If the bus is bringing people from an area not designated to you to the main road, this is permitted.
Kama hiyo wish inatoa watu sehemu ambako wewe hauna luti kuleta barabara kuu, hiyo ni ruksa.
Parliament commences on Tuesday, with some members of Parliament saying among agendas they will raise include calling on the government to stop its plan to increase new fees in the tourism sector at a time when countries around the world are dealing with the corona pandemic, with others calling for use of Kiswahili in legal issues.
Imani yangu kwamba kwenye bunge hili swali litajadiliwa na
It is my hope that in this parliament the matter will be discussed and the government will look into this tax that they plan to increase from July, so that if it is possible it is suspended.
Hivi mtu akiandikiwa lugha ya Kiingereza,
what is the use in writing the sentence in English? Do we get any money from Europe as a result? So it is time to come up whereby the court will write ruling in Kiswahili.
Wananchi wangu wa jimbo la Nkasi Kaskazini,
my people should expect, as I promised, what they sent me to do is what I will stand for, because my job as their representative is to listen to those who sent me.
Yale yanahusika na bunge hili, lakini zaidi wategemee kwenye bunge la bajeti.
And that's all for the national news. International news is next. And now in international news. Myanmar's military has seized power and declared a state of emergency for 1 year following days of escalating tension over the result of November's parliamentary elections. Aung San Suu Kyi, the country's de facto leader, President Win Myint, and other senior members of the National League for Democracy, NLD party, have been detained in the capital, Naypyidaw. And Uganda opposition leader Bobi Wine has filed a Supreme Court challenge seeking cancellation of results of a presidential election that handed victory to incumbent Yoweri Museveni. Wine, a pop star and lawmaker, has rejected the results, saying he believed his victory was stolen and wants the court to overturn the results on several grounds, including widespread use of violence. Yoweri Museveni was declared winner of the January 14 election with 59% of the vote, while Bobi Wine was given 35%. Dagoretti North MP Sima Arati sparked a fistfight after he launched a scathing attack on Kenya's Deputy President William Ruto on Monday at the funeral of Abel Gongera, the father of Kisii DG Joa Mangi, on the 2007-2008 post-election skirmishes where over 1,000 people were killed. This led to South Migirano MP Sylvanus Osoro to run to the podium and exchange blows with MP Arati. Deputy President William Ruto and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga were seated in the front row during the incident.
His Excellency Right Honorable Prime Minister, ile mchezo imechezwa na Deputy President, itachezwa na wewe baada ya BBI. Usipochunga vizuri.
Wengi waliuawa kule Rift Valley. Omba msamaha hapa sasa.
Sasa mambo kama imeenda mrama, ameanza sasa kusema hiyo sio makosa yangu, makosa ya fulani, makosa ya fulani. Shauri yenu. Kwa hivyo sisi tuko nje. Hatutaki kupakwa na matope na machafu ya
That is all for the international news. We'll be back with business news after this short break.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
We believe that the driver is the customer.
To change the mindset of traditional HR to the digitalization.
Make sure that everybody can get some access to financial services.
And once we understand the vision of our leaders, we then need to be behind them and help them in achieving that vision.
Business have involved mercantile operations, trade guilds, or shared agricultural production, infrastructure, construction, financial sectors, tourism, and mining. Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
And now in business news. Investment activities at the Dar es Salaam Stock Exchange increased in January this year to 75.57 billion shillings from government bonds, with buying of shares also going up to 6.72 billion, contributed mainly by the banking sector.
Januari. Na kwa kipindi cha mwezi wa Januari uwekezaji kwa ujumla katika soko ilikuwa kama shilingi bilioni 76. Na katika hizo karibu
investments for the month of January have reached over 76 billion shillings, 7 billion from shares investments, 69 billion from government bonds, 112 million from the private companies. This shows that in January investors were putting more efforts on government bonds.
Katika huo mwezi wa Januari ni kwamba wawekezaji kwa kiasi kikubwa waliwekeza katika hatifungani za serikali.
Residents of Njombe have been advised to venture into strawberry farming, as research has shown that the region has a climate that is conducive for the fruit, which is not costly to grow.
I have customers who travels far from here just to get these fruits. I have a customer from Dar es Salaam who needs 2 tons of strawberries every week, where 1 kilogram of strawberries is sold for 6,000 shillings. I failed to fulfill the order due to insufficient produce. That is why I am looking forward to establish another farm by July this year. These fruits grow well in Njombe region. I am responsible in making fresh strawberry juice, and there are other workers who do administration work, while many are on deliveries department. As youth, we are really benefiting a lot from this project.
Entrepreneurs in Arusha region have started to benefit from local and foreign market opportunities for products produced from various industries in Arusha region, with industry owners expressing their determination to expand production activities.
Following government's determination of reviving industries in the country as traders, some of the products that we used to import are now locally available from our local producers. We hope that the government will support these initiatives more, so that there will be more factories that produces good quality products.
Kwa sasa hivi tunawasisitiza Watanzania watumie bidhaa za ndani.
So far, we are urging Tanzanians to use local produce because they are of good quality. All we need is their support for us to increase productions and give room for sustainability of these industries.
Off with business news there. We'll be back with sports after this break.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Kane trying to go with him, but he's being dragged through the second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Opposition, Joaquinho. He did lose to Lind.
And now in sports. Yanga Sports Club have spoken on the task they've handed the revamped technical bench ahead of the mainland Premier League. Here's more.
Were forced to beef up their technical bench with an assistant coach after Juma Mwambusi resigned from his post a week ago, citing health issues. The club then moved to hire former player Nizar Halfan, and he will now work closely with the team's head coach Cedric Kaze. Young official Antonio Nugas has now confirmed the team is ready to do well in all their matches And their main target they have set for the bench is to make sure they lift the league title and also qualify for CAF competitions.
Simba C have come out to clarify that they did not have plans to part ways with coach Sven van der Wijk. Here's more on the story.
The tactician left the Msimbazi Giants on January 6th, just a day after guiding the team to the group stage of the CAF Champions League. According to former Simba CEO Crescentius Magori, the club was caught flat-footed over the coach's decision to leave, as Magori further says despite efforts by the club to convince him to stay, Van der Broek had already made up his mind. The Wekundu Msimbazi have since hired Frenchman Didier Gomes da Rosa on a 2-year contract to replace Van der Broek, who later moved to sign for FAR Rabat of Morocco.
Greater Manchester Police have confirmed that they are investigating racist comments sent to a number of Manchester United players over social media.
The intervention comes as a number of prominent Premier League players have revealed they have received racist abuse in the past 7 days. Marcus Rashford, Axel Tuanzebe and Anthony Martial have all been targeted alongside Romain Sawyers of West Bromwich Albion and Chelsea's Reece James. Individuals and clubs as well as the Football Association and Premier League have condemned the abuse and called on social media companies to do more to prevent the posting of hateful messages. In a series of tweets on Saturday night, Rashford revealed he had been the target of abuse but had chosen not to share its contents.
Barcelona head coach Ronald Koeman has been left seething after details of Lionel Messi's contract were leaked to the media and has vowed to identify and punish whoever is responsible.
Barca find themselves in financial strife, but the figures shown on the 6-time Ballon d'Or winner's deal were astronomical. El Mundo reported Messi's current deal is worth a whopping 555 million euros, including 138 million euros in annual earnings. Barcelona have threatened legal action against the newspaper after the details of Messi's contract were published. With Messi out of contract in the summer, his future looks distinctly uncertain, particularly given the sums of money in his current deal. Nevertheless, he continues to lead the club on the field as he did in the 2-1 victory against Athletic Club, during which he scored a superb free kick to reach 650 career Barcelona goals.
Liverpool have signed a £2 million fee to sign Preston defender Ben Davies ahead of Monday's transfer deadline.
The Reds had opened talks with the Championship outfit, and Davies will now undergo a medical on Monday morning. The Premier League champions have also been offered the chance to sign Marseille's Duje Caleta-Car, though that move is understood to be unlikely with the League One club scrambling for a replacement on loan. Jurgen Klopp confirmed on Friday that the Premier League champions will try to bring in at least one new face, with all 4 of their senior centre-halves currently sidelined through injury.
And that sports item ends our news bulletin. My name is Vanessa Victor. Thank you for watching and good night.
You can watch Capital News live on our social media accounts, YouTube Capital TV and Facebook Capital Television Tanzania from Monday to Friday at 9:30 p.m. Don't forget to subscribe and put notification on.
Every Thursday at 7 p.m. right here on Capital Television, your channel of choice.
There are very many international organizations in the country.
Governments all around the world must collect taxes.
Could be any country in the world, and we only get to hear what they do in Tanzania.
Agriculture, in my view, is one of the main perspectives for
how embassies and high commission operate in Tanzania and how Tanzania can benefit from the presence of this organization, of these embassies in the country. And you can only catch it on the Monday Agenda, which is aired every Monday 8:45 to 9:30 here on Capital Television. Stay tuned.